Hey, I'm Alan Knowles from CT Racing, out here in Bull Run Ranch in Montana for UTV On Demand. We tested the Ace 900 today, the 2017 model. It's a completely different, updated car from the 2016 model that I spent a little bit of time on. It is substantially better. The 16 model, for my taste and what I do, did not have the wheel travel, couldn't carry the speed, so it's just not something that I was personally interested in as a sport. It was still a good recreation for some of the market, just wasn't me. This is a whole new car. They've changed everything.
Thanks to the guys from GoPro who were on hand showing off how their cameras integrate with Polaris' new innovative Ride Command system. Available on the Ride Command Edition Razor XP 1000 or as an accessory for other Razor models. GoPro's cameras and versatile bar clamps made our onboard footage possible. The 900XC that was available for still images was already outfitted with a number of Polaris accessories, including a winch, front and rear bumpers, a roof, windshield, storage boxes in the bed and in-dash compartments, door extensions, rear view mirrors, and a Pro Armor tire and wheel package. The 900XC is powered by the fuel-injected 875cc ProStar engine that powered the Razor XP 900, but with one throttle body instead of two. It has 4 valves and dual overhead cams per cylinder, producing a claimed 78 horsepower. A shift lever next to your right hip selects between the automatic CVT transmission's high and low ranges, neutral, reverse, and park. The drive system can be switched between two-wheel drive and Polaris high-performance all-wheel drive system. Compared to their standard all-wheel drive, it's claimed to engage the front wheels more quickly, providing four-wheel drive when the rear wheels begin to slip. With a large number of publications in attendance and the XC900 in short supply, we teamed up with another publication to get a full hour of seat time in the car to gain a brief first impression.
The engine on the 900 it's got enough power for what this thing is. Tested some of the stuff like the 570. It just doesn't have the pull to drive with the throttle, and I always like stuff I can corner and use the throttle to pull the car around, and this thing has it. It's a very linear power curve. It's got just power at all throttle settings. It's not over the top power, it's not a turbo or anything like that, but in a car this short, I don't think you'd want any more power. It pulls really good, gets you off the corner, gets you up the straightaway, and it has good speed. You can run it down the trail at a really good clip. I like that. I don't like driving stuff that I'm sentenced to 40 miles an hour or something like that. That isn't going to do. This 900 will get you down the trail at a good clip.
With handling holding the car back in years past, we were most excited about the new chassis. Compared to the original chassis, the XC is 11 inches wider with a wingspan of 59 inches. Its wheelbase is 6 inches longer at 67.5 inches, and ground clearance is up 3 inches to 13 inches. Part of the added ground clearance comes from the new dual A-arm suspension at both ends, boasting 12.3 inches of travel front and 12.6 inches of travel rear, up 50% front and 33% rear compared to the original Ace.
The shortcoming of last year's car was lack of wheel travel, and I think even lack of quality wheel travel, because we had built an Ace and we'd put some Walker Evans shocks on that worked really well and made a big difference without massive wheel travel. This car comes with Walkers.
The shock package is well appointed, with Walker Evans needle shocks found at all 4 corners. The needle shocks are said to reduce the harsh sensation of reaching the end of the travel or bottoming out. They feature spring preload and compression damping adjustment. Sway bars at both ends help fight body roll. Electric power steering comes standard. The rest of the 900XC's added ground clearance comes from its larger 27-inch tires. Polaris used premium quality GBC Dirt Commander tires that come mounted on 12-inch cast aluminum wheels. During our brief encounter, the suspension's action was what we've come to expect from Polaris. It was plush over small to intermediate-sized bumps, both crawling along and at high speeds. Plus, it held up well to a few bigger hits.
So I jumped the thing a fair bit today, and it handled pretty much everything. It's not a stadium supercar, but it's a trail car that can handle everything the trails are throwing at you. Car stays flat in the corners. I think at speed, I would maybe make a couple changes in the suspension to make it track a little straighter for me, because I was, flying down some of these trails. but it stays flat in corners, doesn't give you any sensation that it's tipping or anything like that, and that's important. You need that stability so you have the confidence to drive it with the throttle to drift it through the corners, and I was able to do that quite a bit today, even on somewhat rough tore up corners and stuff like that. I was still able to pitch the thing in there and get it right on through without wanting to hang out the side or anything like that. It worked real well. That was fun. The steering was real easy. It was didn't take a lot of input to steer the car, which made it real easy to drive through the tight stuff, and that's important, especially if you're climbing up over logs, rocks, stuff like that, which we were doing a fair bit of today, finding some tough stuff to get through. So that's going to be a nice asset that it's not hard on you. It doesn't take a lot of effort to get the thing through rough terrain.
With no engine braking system, the car can coast through bumps if desired, but leaves the Ace completely dependent on its brakes to slow down. It's equipped with 4-wheel hydraulic disc brakes that do a great job of scrubbing off speed. We didn't care for the brake pedal's location on the right side of the floorboard, due to the 1970s automobile-style center hump that prevents 2-foot driving. The XC's cockpit is said to boast 10% more legroom and 13% more entrance room. It has an adjustable seat, tilt steering, and its quarter doors are a nice upgrade over door nets.
Ergonomics of the car, pretty good. I'm a big guy. I fit in. I'm 6'4", 230 pounds, so I have no problem with it. It's about as compact as all the other Razors. I could use more legroom, but that's enough there. I'm comfortable in the car. I fit in the car. That's fine. The throttle is in the right position. The brake, I don't like the positioning so much for my style of driving because I 2-foot drive.
The rear cargo bed can hold 240 pounds. The combination front rack and storage box holds an additional 120 pounds and provides nearly 3 gallons of internal space. The lid's turnstile latches feel somewhat flimsy. 2 open in-dash storage trays are found in the cockpit.
Bottom line, the Aces that have been out before didn't really do much for me. It's not something I would spend any time on other than testing for a magazine, something like that. This thing is a new ballgame. This is what they should have introduced in the first place. This is where they should have started, and I think it would be a much bigger segment of the market, and this part of the market's going to grow now because this is a good, serviceable car. You can have a lot of fun in it. You can get out and pound the thing and cover some ground, and that's important. So have a look at it. It's a cool car. Hey, and if you want to see some more cool UTV On Demand content, click over here. This will get you to it, and really what you need to do is you need to subscribe. You can stay with all of our stuff, follow us what we're doing. Hey, and if you're interested in the Ace, tell us what you think. If you want to see more on the Ace, if it's something that you're interested in, leave us a comment. We pay attention to the stuff that you guys are interested in, and we follow what you want. ATV, UTV On Demand, it's your demand. We'll do what you want. Click on us. Again, like us, follow us. Out.
For more information on the 2017 Polaris Ace XC900 and their full line of Ace single-seat vehicles, log on to Polaris.com.